It's 2:0 a.m. Jessica is in her hotel room in Chicago,
Alone.
and she wakes up with that feeling.
The sixth sense.
That's what she calls it. A heavy feeling in her chest. An alarm bell going off in her gut. She can't sleep.
Right.
Now, 10 years ago, you just stare at the ceiling and call it paranoia. But today, she picks up her phone.
And she opens the smart home app.
Yeah.
Her intention here is totally benign, right? She's just looking for reassurance.
Yeah, she just wants to see that little green check mark next to front door. She wants to know her sanctuary is safe.
And is it?
It is. The door's locked. The cameras are off.
Mm-hmm.
David apparently turns the indoor ones off when he's home for privacy.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
on the surface, the dashboard says, all good. Green lights across the board.
But she doesn't stop there.
She doesn't stop. And this is the pivot point of her entire life. Whether it was intuition or just a slip of the thumb, she clicks on a tab labeled System Activity Log.
Be honest. Do you ever check your logs?
Never. I don't think I've ever even looked at it. It's just raw data.
Right. Thermostat adjusted, light turned on. It's boring.
Unless the data contradicts the story you've been told.
Mm.
So she's scrolling through this wall of text, expecting to see, I don't know, the fridge cycling or something. But she finds a cluster of activity starting at 10:45 p.m.
And David had told her.
He'd texted her earlier that he was going to bed early.
The lie creates the baseline. I am asleep. And the data says, no, you are not.
Okay, let's look at the specific data points because the devil is really in the details. 10:45 p.m. Living room lights set to 15%. Scene, romance.
Scene, romance. I mean, you just have to pause on that.
It sounds like a bad movie script. Who actually names a scene romance?
Well, it's a preset.
Yeah.
But what makes this technically significant isn't just a cheesy name. It's the deviation from his user profile.
Right. Jessica says in her email, David hates dim lighting. Hates it. Thinks it's depressing. He never uses this setting.
So if he's up late alone, he's got the light on full blast.
Full blast, watching sports. He's not sitting in the dark at 15% brightness. So, boom. Anomaly number one.
Exactly. It's an outlier event.
Uh-huh.
It signals that the conditions of the environment have changed to suit a different purpose.
But it gets worse. 5 minutes later, 10:50 p.m., master bedroom thermostat raised to 74 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is significant.
That is a sauna. Who sleeps at 74 degrees?
Well, standard sleep hygiene suggests like 65 to 68.
Right.
74 degrees implies you are not planning to be under a heavy duvet,
Uh-huh.
or you're trying to make the room comfortable for someone else.
It implies exposure. Let's just say it. It implies skin.
It implies a specific physical comfort was being prioritized over sleep conditions. It's a very intimate adjustment.
And then the final nail in the coffin for the I'm sleeping story. 10:55 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Master bedroom speaker starts playing Spotify. The playlist.
Oh, no.
90s R&B slow jams.
Wow. So let's look at the sequence. 10.45, lights. 10.50, temperature. 10.55, music. This is a script.
It's a curated environment.
This is not someone stumbling around getting a glass of water. This is active mood setting.
In their master bedroom, the sanctuary, the room she painted while she's away working to pay the mortgage on this smart fortress.
It's the premeditation that's so brutal. He spent 10 minutes optimizing the environment. That requires intent. He wasn't just falling into a situation. He was stage managing it.
But at this stage, playing devil's advocate for a second,
Okay.
it's technically circumstantial. It's weird. It's suspicious as hell. But maybe he just really wanted to listen to Usher and sweat in the dark.
You could argue it, I guess. It's just bizarre behavior. But that's where the smart part of the smart home stops being a witness and becomes a prosecutor.
We have to talk about the voice command history.
This is a feature most people just, well, they misunderstand it, or they don't even know it exists.
Right.
When you use a voice assistant, Alexa, Siri, whatever, it doesn't just execute the command. It often records a snippet of the audio.
For quality assurance, right. So the engineers can check, did the user say, play jazz or play Jaws?
Exactly. And those snippets are archived. You can go back and listen to yourself. So Jessica finds an entry, 11:02 p.m., a voice command.
So she puts her AirPods in. She's in this silent hotel room, hands probably shaking. She presses play.
And she doesn't hear David.
No. She hears a woman. Jessica just describes hearing this distinct, high-pitched giggle. And then the voice says, Alexa, turn the volume up, honey. I love this song.
There are two things that are just devastating about that clip. First, the word honey.
Intimacy.
It implies familiarity.
Right.
This isn't a random encounter.
Yeah.
And second, Jessica recognizes the voice.
This is the plot twist that makes you want to just throw your phone across the room. It's not a stranger. It's Sarah.
The next door neighbor.
The married next-door neighbor with
Uh-huh.
2 kids, who was just at Jessica's birthday party last month, hugging her, eating her cake.
And the proximity just explains the logistics. It's so low friction.
No hotels, no Ubers, no credit card trail.
Just walking across the lawn. It's lazy, but it's effective.
It makes me sick just thinking about it. She listens to that clip, turn the volume up, honey, and says she almost threw up. But there's one more clip, 11:05 p.m. This time, it's David.
And this quote, "This is the smoking gun. This destroys any defense he could possibly conjure."
He says, "Don't worry, babe. The notifications are off. She's in Chicago until Friday. We have the whole house."
That sentence is legally and emotionally catastrophic for him. The notifications are off. He's admitting to the cover-up.
He's admitting he used his admin privileges to disable the alerts so he could carry this out.
He thought he was so smart.
He turned off the push notifications so her phone wouldn't ping when the door opened, but he forgot about the logs.
It's the classic super-user fallacy. He thought he could control the output, the active alert. But he failed to scrub the passive data, the immutable log. He was just arrogant.
And once Jessica heard that, the floodgates just opened. She went into full forensic mode.
Of course.
Checked the dates of her previous business trips, September 12th, October 4th, November 18th.
And what did she find?
The exact same digital fingerprint, the romance scene, the R&B playlist, smart locks opening at odd hours. This wasn't a one-time thing.
This was a systematic operation.
Yeah.
Every single time she leaves the state.
That just creates this terrifying new reality for her. Her entire marriage for the last 6 months has been, what, a bifurcated reality?
The golden couple reality when she's home and the shadow reality the moment she leaves. The house was hosting both.
And get this juxtaposition. Jessica mentions that 10 minutes before she sent this email to us. So she's sitting there staring at this evidence on her screen. David texts her.
Let me guess.
"Miss you so much, honey. Going to bed early. Love you."
That is sociopathic.
He's sending that while the slow jams are playing?
Yeah.
It is chilling.
It's not just cheating. It's a campaign of disinformation. He's holding two contradictory truths in his head at the same time.
So now we get to the dilemma. Jessica's in the hotel room. She's physically ill. She's traumatized. But she has to make a move.
And she's reached out to her two closest confidants, her best friend and her sister.
And they have given her completely opposite advice.
This is the classic conflict. Emotional resolution versus strategic gain.
So let's break down option A. This is from her best friend.
The best friend advocates for the nuclear option.
Total confrontation, immediate action. The plan is change the flight. It's only 2 hours from Chicago.
Go home now.
Fly home right now, storm into the house, catch them in the act, record everything.
The appeal of this is obvious. It's the gotcha. It's visceral. You want to see the fear in their eyes. You want to see the shame.
You want to blow up their world the way they blew up yours.
I get it. The adrenaline alone. I would want to walk into that bedroom and just scream.
I would want Sarah to have to look me in the eye.
But what are the risks?
Mm-hmm.
Jessica admits in the email she is terrified of her own potential for violence.
Right. If she walks into that room, emotions are volatile. Violence is a real possibility.
And from a legal standpoint, it's messy. If she assaults them or creates a disturbance, she hands them ammunition.
She goes from the victim to the aggressor.
In the eyes of a police report, yeah, it could affect the divorce settlement.
Okay, so that's the emotional path. Now let's look at option B. This comes from her sister, who happens to be a divorce lawyer.
And the advice was emphatic.
Jessica says her sister literally screamed it at her through the phone. Do not go home.
Okay.
The plan here is the long game. Stay in Chicago for 2 more days. Act normal, keep texting, love you, good night.
This is psychological warfare.
The sister says. Hire a shark of a divorce lawyer tomorrow morning. Freeze the joint bank accounts. Draft the papers.
Yeah.
And serve him before he even knows that she knows.
The sister's quote was powerful. He played games with the house. Now you take the house.
Oof, that is cold. I love it.
It is the path of maximum leverage. Think about it. If she confronts him tonight, he has time to scramble.
To hide assets.
To delete more evidence. To spin a narrative to their friends that she's crazy or paranoid.
But if she waits.
If she waits, she secures the battlefield. Freezing the accounts prevents him from spending their money. She locks him out financially before she locks him out physically. She controls the entire narrative.
But the human cost of that, I mean...
It's enormous.
The cost of option B is that Jessica has to sit in that hotel room for 48 hours, knowing he is in her bed right now with Sarah.
And she has to reply to his texts with kissy face emojis.
It requires a level of discipline that's almost superhuman to possess the truth but act as if the lie is still intact.
That is torture. You have to swallow that rage and just let it sit in your stomach.
It's the difference between a crime of passion and a calculated execution.
Precisely. Option A is a grenade. It blows everything up, including you. Option B is a sniper rifle. Clean, distant, fatal.
And Jessica says she feels paralyzed. She wants to hurt him like he hurt her, which pushes her toward option A. She wants that scream. But she's scared. She's alone. She's asking us, is the satisfaction of the scream worth the price of the settlement?
If we look at this purely from an outcome perspective,
Yeah.
taking the house, securing her financial future,
Leaving him with nothing but his romance scene settings.
that is the ultimate revenge.
Yeah.
He loses the sanctuary he defiled.
But can you imagine the strength it takes to not run to the airport?
It's the hardest thing she'll ever do. But remember, Jessica is the breadwinner. She built this life. She has the most to lose if she acts recklessly.
That's a great point. He's the one playing house. She's the one paying for it.
And here's the crucial technical point. The evidence isn't going anywhere. She has the screenshots. She has the audio files downloaded.
Right?
That evidence is locked. She does not need to catch them in the flesh to prove what happened.
The house has already testified.
Exactly. In 2026, you don't need a private investigator in a trench coat. You just need your system logs. The timestamps don't lie. The voice prints don't lie.
It really changes the way you look at your own home. We surround ourselves with these devices, and we think of them as servants.
But they are also scribes. They are constantly writing the history of your daily life. Every time you open the door or ask for a song, you're leaving a digital breadcrumb.
You are creating a permanent record of your existence. David thought he could curate his reality. He thought he was the admin.
But the data told the real story.
Truth in the digital age is hidden in the metadata. And for Jessica, that metadata is her weapon. It's the sword she is going to use to cut herself free.
So Jessica, if you're listening to this in that hotel room, first of all, just breathe. We are with you.
Yeah, the gaslighting is over. You are not crazy. Your sixth sense was right, and the data proved it.
You have the control back now. He thinks he's running the system, but you're the one holding the encryption keys. You have the truth.
Well, we have to leave this with a question for everyone listening. We all live with these silent witnesses. Our phones know where we sleep. Our cars know where we drive.
If your house could talk, really talk, would it betray you? Would it reveal your secrets?
And specifically for Jessica's situation, put yourself in that hotel room. You have the phone in your hand. You see the logs. You hear the giggle.
Do you book the flight and kick down the door?
Or do you call the lawyer and play the long game? Do you want the satisfaction?
Or do you want the house?
It's an impossible choice. Jessica, stay strong. We're rooting for you.
Absolutely.
Check your logs, people. You never know what you might find. That's it for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.